What's going on, people? It's the Xbot 448, and today I want to talk about The Division. I've been playing this for a little while now, since the launch this past Tuesday, and I want to give you guys kind of like my thoughts on the game and such. But first, I want to shout out to my boy Mooch and the Crossfire Podcast crew. I was on Crossfire this past Friday, had an absolute blast. Crap Gamer was there, Graphic God, Italian Clowns, and of course, Southbound, Randall Thor, and Mooch. Guys, I have a lot of fun doing this podcast. Whenever you want me back, just let me know. It was really cool to talk to you guys, hear what you guys had to say about like Fable and stuff. Basically the stuff we talked about. I'm going to put a link in the description below, guys. If you haven't checked out the podcast, definitely do so. And one more thing, I am closing in on 1,000 subscribers. It's one of my personal kind of like milestones in YouTube. And me and my wife are working on a giveaway. It's a pretty big giveaway. We're trying to iron out, the last bit of details and stuff. I can't wait to talk more about it, but I am very excited. I definitely appreciate all the support on my channel. And now, let's talk about The Division. Let's go into a couple of things I like about the game. First off, I can't say anything that, without talking about the immersion of the game. Just the amount of detail in this city. And for people who don't know, it's New York City. There was like a kind of like a terrorist virus attack. And the city has been closed off from basically the rest of the world. And you have like these groups, the cleaners, the rioters, the escaped convicts from Rikers Island. And they're going crazy in this city. And basically, you're an agent that has the awesome duty of trying to restore order back into New York. Gameplay wise, I do really like the cover mechanic. I hear a lot of people saying they don't really like the cover mechanic too much. I actually like it. Once you're in cover, you hit A to kind of attach to cover. As you're looking around, you can move your cursor to other like cover points, and you hold A, and you have to hold A as your agent runs and hits that other cover. You have to hold A all the way through. I like that. I get kind of into going from cover to cover, trying to swing around enemies and stuff. I really like that part of the mechanic in this game. Just the immersion is, I keep going back to it. Like, I'm only a level 9 on my agent. I do have a couple agents. My highest agent is a level 9, and that's because I just find myself wandering through the city, through different alleyways. They have a bunch of collectibles. They have these things called echoes, which you're seeing right now, kind of bring you back to when the infection really first started causing havoc in the city. And they let you know about how the city got to this point. And I like that. That's pretty much the story factor to me. I like the personal stories from just random civilians in the city. It's, like I said, it's really immersive. It's probably the best point of this game. Now, there are a couple things in this game I'm not really used to, okay? And it's taken me a little while to get used to it. One of them being the amount of weapon drops from the enemies, or the amount of weapons that you just get all over the place in the city. Now, a lot of them, they're not even better than what you have equipped on you at that point in time. And your backpack will fill up really fast. You can upgrade your backpack, get more slots and stuff like that, but you deal with what you have at the time. And my backpack fills up really fast. But I'm not used to getting so much stuff, and then I'm not used to focusing on my inventory so much. Like, you have to go through and see, what's best for you. I do like the option of going through, but it's just, I spend a lot of time, like, looking through my inventory to make sure I have the best option equipped and the best mods on my gun for me equipped. it's just it takes a little getting used to for me. I know some people have dealt with these types of games before, and they're fine with it. It's just I don't know. Spending so much time in my inventory, I'd rather spend that time exploring and stuff like that. But with all these drops, you can do a lot of different things with the weapons, with the different armors, backpacks, masks and stuff. You can either sell them, you can deconstruct them, you can equip them if you want to use them, and then they have mods that you can upgrade, weapons and such. Now, they do have vendors. They have weapons vendors. They have vendors pretty much for everything. Okay, and you can sell these things that you pick up with these. You sell them to the vendors, or you can deconstruct them, and that's what I've been doing a lot of. And there's a crafting station in your base of operations, and basically, when you deconstruct, you're saving parts to basically craft something different. I like that aspect of this game. I do a lot of crafting. I already crafted like high-end stuff, and it's really fun to me. That's where I am, I'm getting used to all these drops and stuff because I like going back to the crafting station. Another thing is the enemies. The way the enemy mechanic is set up. When you're doing main missions and stuff, the enemies come in waves. Sometimes it feels like they just keep coming. Now you have your regular enemies that just have a health bar, and then you have enemies with a purple health bar have armor squares on top of the health bar. Those guys are tougher than your regular enemies. And then you have gold, which to me seems to be the toughest so far. Now, with the purple and the gold, you actually have to knock off the armor before you take off their health bar. And again, it's just something that I'm not necessarily used to. I am enjoying it though, because once you get through these missions, you get a feeling of satisfaction. You feel like you did accomplish something. And I like that. I mean, there's not too much I could say bad about this game. Not only that, but there are a lot of collectibles in the game. Cell phones, survival guide pages, different dossiers and stuff like that to kind of give you an even more detailed feeling as to what's going on in the city. That's one of the main things I really like about this. They don't just focus on your agent or the enemies, but there's so much story based on just the people that live in New York City, their cell phones, the just stuff that has happened to them when this situation occurred. And it gets you to really feel for people. It gets you to really think about the situation, and that to me is one of the biggest things in this game. That's pretty much it for now. I went kind of long. This is not a full review. I will fully review the game when I beat the story. It's going to be a little while because, like I said, I want to go into everything this game has to offer. I didn't really hit up the Dark Zone yet. I'm going to do that as well. If you like the video, definitely give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe. Hit up this comment section. I want to know what you guys think about the Division. I want to know if you have it, if you're planning to get it, if you're on the fence, you don't know whether you should or whether or not you're just going to skip this game completely. If you did get this game, what do you think about some of the stuff that I talked about in terms of like the weapons drops and me kind of getting used to how much stuff you get in such a little amount of time? The enemy mechanic, how they come in waves, do you like that? Do you think they should change it? Just give me your thoughts and impressions on the game. But as for now, this is the Xbot 448, and I am definitely signing off.